How we doing? How we doing? Today is Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. Just doing a real estate tap in with you for today. There's a few things going on. We're getting some inflation data back. It kind of is coming in where anticipated. A lot of economists and people who follow this stuff on a regular basis, or this is their profession, are saying that we can expect one, if not two, rate cuts before the end of 2024. The only problem I see with this is that why they're bringing down the rates. They're not bringing down the rates because everything is good in the economy. They're bringing down the rates because the economy is slowing. There's a potential of a recession that a lot of people say that is inevitable. It's going to happen at some particular time. Just when it happens, we'll see. But so you're seeing that, and then you're also seeing interest rates for purchasing homes coming down at the same time, where you would think that obviously more buyers might come into the market because homes become more affordable with interest rates coming down. But again, when you have this interest rate drop at a time where the economy is slowing, you have to anticipate that more layoffs are going to happen. So as unemployment rises and you have lower interest rates, how many people are going to be in a position to purchase? Are some people still going to be hesitant kind of getting in to the buying market because they potentially could lose their job? So you have two things happening at the same time, and you have to kind of be careful with that. It looks good on one instance that more people may be able to afford, but then on the opposite side, we could see more people starting to lose their job. So it's going to be interesting to keep your eye on what unemployment looks like the next time it comes out. Is that ticking up over that 4.3? Is it getting to 4.5? Are we seeing a higher number of unemployment claims coming up? So that's going to be something you want to keep your eye on. Also saw an article, I'm going to attach it to this, in regards to a contract for deed. It's a form of seller financing. It's when someone takes back a contract for deed, meaning that when they're selling their home, they sell it on a contract for deed, meaning that you don't get the deed as the person purchasing the property until you have paid off or made all of the payments on this particular contract. So the person that's selling the property, the actual deed stays in your name until you've received all of the payments that you're looking for that are stated in the contract for deed. And then at that particular time, the deed will transfer into that person who's buying. And there's a crackdown on this, and I think it's a good thing. A lot of times people are doing these particular deals, and I don't want to accuse people of scamming, but it seems like some unscrupulous things are going on. People are setting up people to fail when it comes to this, because a lot of times when you do a contract for deed, you can get a substantial down payment, and then if the person doesn't make payments, it's a lot easier in a lot of states to get that person out of the property. And sometimes these are written where if you miss one payment, the owner can take back the property, and the way that they're written. So we've been talking about seller financing. We've been doing a series on that, kind of going through the best steps to do that. And contract for deed is one of the ways you can seller finance a property. So you can always go to our YouTube channel and check out some of the past things that we talked about. We're continuing to talk about it. We're in the middle of the 10 steps to seller financing success and what you want to do. So from a seller's side and from the buyer side, you want to make sure that you have your team in place. You want to make sure that you have your attorneys, the proper title companies in place to make sure that that this paperwork is done properly. So the CFPB is kind of cracking down on this, and like I said, I think it's a good thing. It kind of helps the buyers and prevent sellers from doing things that are not above board and getting people in bad situations. And a lot of times this happens in areas where the property value is like under $100,000, where banks don't write, don't do a lot of lending, in certain areas just because of the value of the property. So these are in that lower priced band areas, where a lot of minorities, a lot of times are affected by this. So it's good to see that they're cracking down on it. But if you are somebody in that particular area, whether you're a buyer or seller, um, you can reach out to us. We can help you, through that process to make sure that these things are written properly to protect yourself, as the buyer, and then as the seller, making sure that you're doing things above board, to make sure that you're putting people in the best position to succeed. Because we don't want people to miss one or two payments because life happened to them and then they're out on the street. That doesn't help anybody. So we want to make sure that we help prevent those things from happening. And then lastly, there was one other thing. Let me see.